Superstars are real people. There's certain parts of their lives you've never experienced, but more importantly, you've never seen them this vulnerable, this excited, and have so much fun chatting with anyone. And not just because I'm the host of the show, but really, this is Off the Top. Welcome. He's a multiple award-winning musician, actor, movie producer, and a passionate activist with a voice for his generation. Today, I sit and chat with my friend Falz the Bad Guy, and he tells me a lot of things he's never said to anyone on camera. Underneath the fun, loving megastar we all love, there's so much more to learn about this lawyer turned musician. Come on, dripping in brown. Yo, what?
It be like say we plan out.
I swear
Tell
to
me,
God.
matching our twinning.
Come on now.
You know the
Alpha
vibes.
now. Good to see
I
you.
do, Magic. Good to see
I
you
know,
too.
I know say you go on the arrogant till you won't play FIFA.
No man, you know I must teach you a lesson, huh?
Okay, no, it's fine.
Let's
Proceed.
go. I'm ready. Let's go.
I usually don't want to choose table tennis.
Anyone know, but let's do this.
Let's do it. Okay.
Checking Real Madrid.
Real Madrid champions. Oh my why morale in high spirits.
France. Wow, that was a dangerous one.
Tomorrow they score 5 goals, man, they quit. Because Legibella,
I know that.
I'll quit the
I'm
game.
not that good, you know. I'm trying on it.
But growing up,
Yeah.
before obviously access to video games, what games did you play? Did you play Sway?
Normal, Suwe, to be honest, so I've always been a lover of football, but like
Right, so you played real-time football.
since primary. So what I have one memory of like primary school. Our playground was like on sand.
Right.
So on that entire platform, we used to play football, but not with a ball.
Oh, is it?
Well, water bottle. So like anybody's loose water bottle that was just about, maybe we'll take the cover and just start
Right.
kicking about, just start kicking. And that was like the beginning, you know. Before I knew it, I was a full-on lover of the game. So by the time I was in like secondary, I was already in the school team, all those things.
Got you.
Yeah, man.
So why didn't you pursue that fully?
I wanted to, but as a Nigerian boy, my parents reminded me that I must go to school.
And you know, that conversation happens a lot with just entertainment generally.
Yeah,
And I think is the access to what our parents had.
yeah,
What they knew was the format of go to school, get a job.
yeah.
Because I was telling someone genuinely that, what do you want to tell a parent that had never seen a successful footballer? That the son wants to become a footballer. From where? Where do I take you to? Where do you go?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
So for them, they didn't have that many, I guess, success stories.
And access to even help you. Because I think every parent want to help their child
Yeah.
in terms of, you know, proceeding and
Yeah, no,
progressing in life.
I know it's I know it was definitely from a good place, you know. Yeah, no, for sure. You know, that's what they knew. Like you said, go to school, get your degree, go and work. But at the end of the day, now most of us in this generation, that degree we are not using it. We gotta check my control.
Right.
That degree we are not using it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what did you study in the school?
I studied in school. I did civil engineering, diploma. Then after
What are you using your degree for?
first semester, my daddy said, go to the field and see what you're going to be doing. And I said, never. I'm not going to do this. It's not going to work. I'll probably be one of those engineers that does those buildings that man collapse. So it's not going to work. I don't love this.
So I'm very grateful you didn't pursue that. Very grateful.
Oh, Lord. Man, but growing up with your siblings and just the camaraderie,
Yeah.
because I know that you're pretty close to your sister.
Yeah.
And she was there all through the surgery time.
Yeah.
And that was a tough time for you to manage.
Crazy, bro. Crazy time. Crazy time.
Were you scared? What was going through your mind?
I won't say I was scared, shy, but it was just a lot, man. The pain, the stress, just the effect of everything on me.
Right.
Man, it was a lot, man. But I was just excited to get it over with. I think that was I just wanted to get it over with, just because the knee was troubling me a lot, man.
And the problem is, no one would have known if you didn't say anything. Crazy.
Nobody would know. Nobody would know.
Is that how you manage stress and everything generally?
Yeah,
You're very introverted.
That's how I manage my entire life. I hardly share unless I feel it's necessary to share.
Right.
I feel like the extent you let people into your life is the extent you open yourself up for anything, really.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But still, let's get into the game. Tell you that good fellows call. It distracts me. But notice, I was about to be distracted by the gist.
That was the tactic. You get some games where they play, I go wear a phone. Say, don't touch me.
Oh my God. What do you miss the most about childhood?
Just not having any worries, man. Not having to think about bills. Not having to think about whether I'm on Bandy or Bandy.
Stop, pause, I beg.
My brother. I see some of my friends' kids, and by the way,
yes,
I just to be honest, nobody has even heard this yet. I just became a first-time uncle. My sister just had a kid. My sister just had a kid. That goal is deserving of the moment.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
That's so exciting.
My sister just had a kid. So like looking at children, looking at toddlers, you just see that innocence. More, don't get bills. Go see any worries, go see any problem. I think that's what I miss the most. Just that innocence, that no wahala.
And just seeing your sister have a kid, does that prepare your mental state in becoming a father?
For my own, Abby.
Yes.
To be honest, this one felt like it was mine.
Got you.
Speaking to some other people, they said, yeah, that's not strange. That kind of happens. I was so excited. I was like, why am I this excited? Where can it be my own? Yeah, but so I guess it does kind of prepare me as well.
Right.
I'm not ready. Just when I'm ready. The time will come.
Do you think it's one of those things that you just know, or because I hear when I speak to older people, they say you are never really going to be ready. You're just going to have to start. I don't completely agree to that.
I don't agree. I don't know why older people
always say that.
Feel the need to just pressurize younger people to start their family. Like, waiting concern. At the end of the day, we don't have some school fees.
Right.
I'm the one that will buy formula, baby formula. I'm the one that will pay from kindergarten to university education.
Yeah.
So why are you hurrying me up for my own responsibilities? So it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad, if I'm going to be honest with you. But
right.
I think that has kind of become a part of culture now, But from the parents' perspective, they just want to see grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's why they pressure you. But other people, all those saying, Obasabi, I too know. I don't know what to be their concern.
The smart thing to do now is to go sit proper and have this conversation. Not because you're leading. It's not like I want to run. But I'm just saying that.
Don't worry, there will be another day.
Yeah, I'm just saying that let's go for the real conversation.
Yeah,
all right, here we go. When was the last time you had a threesome?
Bro, I'm dying, bro, because I didn't see that coming. You see, what might be interesting to note is I've only ever attempted it twice. And on both occasions, they didn't really go well. The second time, to answer your question, the last time was, I don't know, maybe like 2 years ago or so.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, because after that second time, I just said, I give up. I also spoke to some professionals.
You're trying to stick professional help.
And they said to me that problem is that you're planning it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's better spontaneous.
They said just let it happen.
Got you.
So I said, okay. I wait for that day.
Oh boy. Your music started quite early with the schoolboy.
The schoolboys, yeah. So that was secondary school. I was in like SS1 at the time. So one of my guys, he used to rap, and I just hit him one of these days. I was like, bro, let's form a group. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Yeah, man. So we formed the group. There were like 2 other guys that joined. So eventually we were 4. We used to perform, variety show, all those things, yeah. And that's where the journey started.
So let's say in 2024, you want to recruit people to form a group right now.
Ooh,
who are you gonna hire?
That's a crazy question.
Who are you gonna put on your team? Let's say about 3 members.
Three. Doesn't matter. They don't have to be all rappers. They can be singer, rapper.
Yeah, whoever. How are you gonna do it? And tour the world.
And tour the world. Let me see. Oh, Simi has to be on that team. Obviously, yes. The chemistry, the chemistry we have like with making music is insane. So she'd have to be on that team. So HG Baby.
Oh.
Adekunle Gold.
That'll be incredible. Though,
I have a track with him on my new EP, and I think there's something there too. Like when I say something there, I mean like with the chemistry as well. It's crazy now with husband and wife.
I know. How people, because sometimes some people will be on top, but things are going to need to happen. Then what are you going to do?
What would I do? So maybe the last person should now be who I would pair up with.
You get me? Who would that be?
Irasta. Yeah. So Simi, Adekunle, Irasta. So when Simi and Adekunle are doing their things,
you just gone.
Me and Ira, we can focus on each other.
What do you notice first when you see a female in terms of physical qualities? What are the first things that catches your attention?
Whew. I mean, obviously, Ojulorowa. So
that's right.
Yeah. So the eyes. I literally met someone like last week, and the meeting was a meeting of no words. Like I was sitting on a table. It was like an event. And she came in, she sat on the table, and she looked at me, I looked at her, and without saying anything, we had introduced ourselves.
You're such a flex.
Eyes.
Such a flex.
The eyes are the gateway to the mind.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so the eyes, facial features in general.
Okay.
Yeah, first, before anything else. Before you now start looking at the physique, all those things. Physique-wise, I would say I'm a breast man. Yeah. Look like a nice bosom.
That's
look like
right.
A nice bosom. Yeah. Breast over yash for life. For life eternal.
Oh boy. Anytime the issues of governance happen, I'm excited to have you in my generation. Yeah. But I'm also on the edge because I'm scared. I'm like, God, let nothing. Because it's one of those things that you're like, yes, go on, Falz, we are with you. But we're like, God, let nothing happen.
Yeah.
And I see that it comes from a genuine place of passion, because there are a lot of things that you fight for in terms of governance that it doesn't directly affect you.
Yeah.
So what would you say the birth of that? Because they say the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
So, is that part of it?
I mean, for sure. My growing up, my upbringing, my family background definitely plays a huge part, because what you see growing up, what you experience growing up, eventually forms your being. Sure. So definitely seeing that, being in close contact with that, definitely influenced who I became. But aside that, I think it's just compassion. It's just compassion. If I see that something is happening, I know it's not necessarily my duty to speak on it, but I can't just look away from it.
I know.
I have to speak. I have to, even with my music as well. It has now sort of formed a part of my artistry, just a social commentary.
That's right.
It's just compassion, bro.
It is. So growing up playing football, not being able to pursue that full time, but you're able to still play occasionally with your friends.
Yeah.
But you're an Arsenal fan, right?
Yeah.
You? I'm a Manchester United fan.
Oh man, the worst. I was hoping it's not the worst. Oh God. I feel like Man U fans are the most toxic.
What? Why? Because you at least won a cup this season.
It says a lot about you.
Because you at least won a cup this season.
Oh, bro.
No, I'm not trying to ask if you won a cup. That's not my next question.
I can't comment on that. You win. You definitely did win a cup. And unfortunately for us, we didn't. But I think you can't argue that we had a better season.
No, you had in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
You've had an incredible. Because I can watch an Arsenal match without even being a fan, and for me, that's from a genuine point. I'm like, oh, the football is great.
Yeah, the football is mad.
The football is actually it was pretty good.
We're super excited right now. Arteta seems to be on the right path. You know. He knows
But since you couldn't fulfill your potential as a footballer, would you consider owning a football club or maybe?
100%. I would love that.
What would you call it? The club?
I haven't thought about that yet.
Is that the whole right, or to just name the club? The bad guys.
Bad gang.
The bad gang.
Bad gang, yeah. So that everybody can feel included in the gang.
So the people, when they hear that we are playing the bad gang, you need to be scared.
We are playing the bad gang today. You know that you have to come afraid.
I know, come afraid. Oh boy, 2016 was an incredible year in your career.
Sure.
Not only did you win the AMVCAs, you won the BET as well.
That's correct.
And you also did a chemistry project with Sim. That's like a roller coaster of high. It's a different high.
2016 was an insane year. Yeah. That was okay. So AMVC was that year. Yeah. So for me, having come out primarily as a musical artist, now cementing that with the BET award. I mean, not necessarily like any award is the ultimate, but just that level of recognition. But that meant a lot to anybody. Of course, that level of recognition for someone that is really just recently gotten mainstream applause, and then in the same year, having just recently pivoted to the movie scene.
I know, like
getting the AMVCA. My brother. That's why I had to say, which musician do you know
is having AMVCA? Hey. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, more with Falz the Bad Guy on Off the Top. I am VJ Adams. Don't move. Welcome back to the show. This is Off the Top. I am VJ Adams. With us is Falz, and this is the first time on this set. Falz walked in, few minutes in, and it's raining. It's raining cats and dogs in Lagos.
I am a child
of
the heavens. The heavens are showering their blessings on this show. It's a great sign.
It's a great sign. It's a lot of rain.
It's a great sign.
But anyway, we go on. Talking about filmmaking, we'll get into House 21 TV. But you as an actor, at what point were you confident enough to pursue that?
I think for me, I've just always been a guy that is a lover of film. And I think just by nature, I'm quite dramatic. So when that opportunity sort of showed itself, I grabbed it. And the first chance I would say was, just before this, I'd been in a movie, like 2015. I'd been in a movie, but it was a small role.
Right.
But Jennifer's Diary was like the first major role. And shortly before it, Funke Akindele had reached out to me saying, she was working on this show. She would like me to play a character. And I was so excited. And of course, this is Funke Akindele.
I know.
So I was like, yeah, I'm there. I'm down.
But also, would you say before that happened, you had started doing skits?
Yeah.
Your little funny skits. Yeah, so that prepped you.
Leading up to that, I had, like you said, brought out these crazy, hilarious character online, and people had started to sort of see. And I think it was even off that she had reached out because she saw, okay, this guy will be able to do this based on this. Yeah.
Right.
So, so that, I think that was the beginning. Yeah.
And now Brotherhood.
My bro.
You're off in shits. You're shooting guns.
We're doing action. Yeah, man.
Getting the Brotherhood road, run me through it. Was it a call? Was it a message? And seeing the scripts, getting on set, and now watching the movie proper.
I think it was divine because just before that, I had said to myself and to my team that I really wanted to focus on doing roles that were not so comedic. Up until now, most of the roles I've been in have just been comedic roles. So I said, Moveshi action now. What do you mean by that? And Jade Oshiveru reached out and said, she's working on this, blah, blah, blah. This is the idea. And she said, it's an action. Once she said it's an action film, say no more.
Cast me, I'm available.
I am ready. And as soon as I saw the script, I knew it was going to be a big one.
And you've made a further step into filmmaking with House 21 TV. With the first, the therapist was not such hilarious. And the new one as well with Lai in it.
Yeah.
So obviously I can imagine you'd want to shoot feature films.
Yeah, so House 21 was set up in 2020. Just me and a couple of my guys. And we said we just have a passion for film and we want to take it beyond just me being in films. So we want to make our own stuff. 2020, was it 22 or 21? We did our first feature actually, but it was a co-production with Ink Blot and Filmhouse.
Right.
Quam's Money.
Quam's Money, I remember Quam's Money.
Yeah,
you remember that little thing we shot you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the money
That was epic.
It was crazy.
And what we did, we don't even know.
It was freestyle. It was a complete freestyle. It was crazy.
Yeah,
so Quam's Money did.
Quam's Money was the first feature that we had done. And then, but before that, of course, we did Therapy with myself, Tokyo, Bovi, did it season 2 with La Sisi. So it's been quite a journey, but there's a lot more ahead than what we've done.
I like the sound of that. A lot more ahead than what you've done. 2020, what did COVID teach you?
COVID taught me to occasionally take time to reset. That was a forced one, but from then onwards, I knew how necessary it was. Yeah. So I would say that's a big lesson I picked up from COVID.
I know. So much to unpack with Falz. Will return after this. Don't move. Welcome back to the show. This is Off the Top, having conversations with incredible personalities. And I think it's quite admirable to see that being a lawyer, being an actor, being an artist, speaking up for the people, living multiple lives is quite incredible. And that's just me giving you props, giving you flowers.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Giving you flowers. Because, for a lot of people, this is what they would love to really do, being able to actively do all of these things. For you, what was the driving force to not get stifled or put in a box?
Remember that if I tell you, say I know, I'll be lying. So, I by no means from the very beginning planned everything out or anything like that. No. I just kind of moved as it came, The more I stumbled on one thing, the more I knew that, I had to sort of react to it. And like I was describing earlier on how the movie roles came in, I just knew I had to react in the moment. Right. And but maybe it's just a natural thing. I feel it's important to just sort of maximize your existence. Mm-hmm. Bro, life is shorter than you think. And at the end of the day, you want to be sure that you are doing everything that you want and love to do.
Talking about life being short, how do you deal with loss?
Woof. It's been maybe, luckily for me, maybe I can only think of one scenario where it was like super, super close to me and like my family. And it was tough. It was really, really tough. But of course, even within the industry, we've lost a lot of great people, and that's equally painful too. But how can we deal with it, man? It's inevitable.
How would you like to be remembered?
I'd love to be remembered as a man that made impact. I would love to be remembered. I'd love my iconism to be preserved and to be measured by how much impact I had on people's lives, on my immediate environment, on my country, on my continent, on, yeah.
What has changed since you got famous?
my circle of friends has reduced. Ironic, because I get to meet a lot more people,
but
my circle of friends is a lot smaller than before.
what do you? Because it's we. I mean, I have an idea of what that means as well, but what would you say is responsible for that? Is it being a little more careful? You need to protect your brand, protect your image, uncertain about people's
That is
energies.
100% correct, but also I think just how complicated this lifestyle is. You know, it's how can you tell your friend that, oh, you know, fit come cinema with them? Maybe they won't go cinema. I know if you come cinema with them because of the kind of cost we go cost when we reach there. Do you get what I'm saying? How if you go explain that kind of thing to a person? So maybe I no go just be around, or I no go just pick call, or I go. It's just kind of complicated managing everything.
I know.
Yeah, it's a bit mad.
It's a lot.
It's a bit mad. Yeah,
It's a lot.
it's a bit mad.
But within the little circle, I mean, I can tell. I know you have great relationship with Kunle, Simi. Who other people would you say? You know, you can call if you want to have a dinner. I just want to call 10 people to come hang out with you. What you call it? I know you're not going to call me. That's fine. But just name the rest. It's fine. No pressure. I'm not trying to put you under pressure. Just call the rest.
I will surely call you. But to be honest with you, apart from Adekunle and Simi that you mentioned, inside the industry, it's really tough. It's really tough for me to say, oh, this person is my friend, that person is my friend, that person is my friend. There are like a couple of music producers that I very consistently work with.
Right.
And for that reason, we've built a lot more than a working relationship. Those are like my guys. Apart from these guys, I can't really think of many people that will enter that list of 10.
I know.
You might have some empty seats.
So I know you claim that you're a bad chef, like you can really cook.
Come on.
I know.
Don't try me.
I see you occasionally on social media on cooking. What's your go-to meal? Let's say someone who's never tasted a Nigerian food coming to your house and you're like, oh, I'll make you something. What are you making?
I'm gonna make you international special Nigerian fried rice. Yeah. What am I mad? If you're a lover of seafood, I can introduce a little bit of that. If you're a lover of beef, I can, garnish it with a little bit of that. If you're a lover of chicken, you can also dice it inside. It depends on your preference.
What's your favorite part of a chicken?
I really want to say the breast, but that would be a lie. I think it's the thigh. The fat one.
Yes.
The drumstick, is that the thigh?
That's the thigh.
Yeah. That's my favorite part.
So, are you more of a chicken person or beef person?
100% chicken is more healthy and even tastes better. I mean, it's arguable.
Yeah.
It's arguable.
Because some people think otherwise.
I'm even thinking of get some beef with mad, but just because it's more healthy, I'll say chicken.
So the healthy lifestyle, are you able to rarely do, I'm not going to eat this, not eat that, or you generally just eat but handle it at the gym?
I wouldn't pretend to be 100% fitness guru or anything like that, but I think the older I get, the more conscious of that I am. Now I'm trying to, to be honest, my body has also forced me to. The other day I started getting some stomach, this thing, went to the hospital, they say, you have gastritis. What is that? Gastritis. They say, it's nothing crazy, kind of like ulcers, but almost like majority of adults at some point in their life,
they have it.
They will get that, So it just means you can't eat things that are excessively acidic.
Gotcha.
You have to cut down on drinking. So I had to change my diet, bro. At the time, I had to cut out fried food, everything. So I sort of got used to that healthier eating. So that's really helped. Also working out regularly, that helps a lot. So I try my best to do that one too. That one also, time is the biggest factor.
So you working out, was it predominantly healthy living or you're just trying to be arrogant so I can off your shit on social media? Because I need to know, is it a genuine, healthy conversation?
The offing shit is probably number one reason. Then health is number two. I think I've just always been a sporty person. So I like to be active. It keeps me alive. It makes me, It makes me feel alive. So that I think has really helped. If I was somebody that didn't really like sports, I think it'll be tough. It'll be tough, yeah.
I remember I came to the house just when you were moving into your house at the time.
Yeah.
What's that feeling like when you eventually made that purchase? Because you told me that your bank account was crying, but that was the first thing I remember you saying. What was the feeling
it's
like?
It's not being so. But it felt amazing. It felt amazing. And no matter what level you do it at, being a landlord in Lagos is it's not child's play. It's not child's play. So no matter what level you do it at, if you get a house in Ikeja or it's in Ikoyi or in Lekki, it doesn't matter. It's a surreal feeling. And it's also a sense of security.
Right.
Say, bad as bad, there's roof.
Whether or not I drink, I in my house, it's not concern anybody. I'm in my house. I know.
No matter what happens, there's roof. There's a certain peace of mind and comfort that comes with that.
Are you a cars person?
To be honest, not so much.
Just you can get to point A to point B. There's AC, you're good.
I'm not crazy. I'm not like a car freak. I'm not one of those guys that wants to collect. However, I'm a vintage car person.
Obviously.
Yeah, I'm just a vintage.
With the pink one.
Yeah, exactly. The Cadillac. I'm a vintage person in general, so I like collecting vintage things. So I have a Cadillac. I have this old school Benz. I think it's a 190. I want to get a Beetle safe.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I want to get a Beetle, yeah.
What mobile phone would you get from a vintage standpoint?
Say that again?
What mobile phone would you get? A 3310 for me would do it.
It has to be or one of those flip Motorola's. Yes. Hello?
Just hello?
With the antenna.
Oh, you've been calling me. That's why this is the phone I use.
What's insane is, it's crazy to think that there's some people existing now that did not witness any of that.
Yeah.
That's mad. Gen Z.
They don't know what that means. Like, what do you mean this is the phone people used? Oh, what is your go-to social media? If you're going to, if you could shut down all other platforms but stay on one.
There's that one, no question, has to be Instagram. No question, Instagram. Instagram feels like a one-stop shop. And maybe from my perspective as well as an artist, it's like the biggest platform, I think the most popular platform, social media-wise, to promote my art, to connect with people. You can chat via DM. There's nothing you cannot do. Post pictures, post videos, post everything. X, on the other hand, you can just go and be typing.
I know.
I've never figured out X. I won't lie to you. Of course, I'm there every now and then, but I've never figured out, like, very regularly, actively using X, because X has to do with writing your thoughts. I don't understand why I just go. I don't write within the reason. Which one all this? So I don't grab X, man. And of course, there's a lot of toxicity. Hey.
On X, eh?
Hey. And if there's anything I hate in this life, it's toxicity. So I try to distance myself as much as possible.
From that,
yeah.
Have you been able to, at some point, delete all the nudes in your DM?
Nope. Nope.
So if your DM leaks now, is a problem?
Well, my Instagram DM is not where you see the nudes. My Snapchat DM.
Dangerous.
That's where you see them.
But do you use Snapchat often?
I do actually. I do, yeah. I see, if I wasn't going to choose Instagram, I'd have chosen Snap.
Snapchat.
I'd have chosen Snap, yeah. I love Snap as well. And I feel like Snap feels very intimate. Feels very intimate. It feels like and because my Snap is open as well, it feels like everyone that's following me can always send me a message.
Got you.
It feels that intimate. Like people that feel so far away ordinarily, they can message me and I almost, would see it.
So are you a phone call person or a text person? Because I hear it's a thing now where people would rather not take calls. They say phone calls give them anxiety, and apparently it's a thing properly. So, I mean, I think I'm a phone call person. I think I'd rather talk.
I'm none of the above person. I'm just really poor with phones in general. But if I had to pick one, of course, I'll pick text.
Right.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that phone calls. I don't remember the last time I had a ringtone on my phone. Permanently on silent, for one. Because I don't want to hear something just...
It gives you anxiety.
Pick up.
Ah, got you.
I'd rather just vibrate softly. Let me know, okay, my phone, they ring. I can't believe we're coming from an era where loud ringtones I don't know how we survived, but yeah, I'll definitely pick texting over calling.
What do you watch? Cartoons, documentaries?
Apart from football, everything. Movies, not anime, but like animated stuff. Big psycho thriller fan. That's like my favorite genre. Yeah, that's like my favorite genre of movies, psycho thrillers. I love fantasy as well. Yeah. Well, cartoon-wise, I would say, I mean, I don't even know if like we can call it cartoon, but like animated stuff. So like, what's this thing called? Family Guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Family Guy. Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, them ones. The big, what's that one called again? Big Mouth. Big Mouth.
Wow,
yeah, those kind of.
That's your. Those incredible.
Those kind of stuff. I love. Yeah.
That's quite incredible.
Yeah.
Let's talk about family a little further. How close are you to your sister?
I think I'm very close to my sisters. I have two of them. There's one older, one younger. We try as much as possible to be, in very close contact every now and then.
Is it like a WhatsApp group?
There is a WhatsApp group. There's also an Instagram DM group. So when we see memes, we can just send to each other.
There, I got you.
Yeah.
What is Christmas like for you? I know work for the most part. You can't control.
For the most test part.
You can't control that.
Last more than a decade, Seth. But prior to that, it was always family time. It was always family time. Everyone comes together. I remember when I was a lot younger, we used to travel back to my hometown in Ekiti State at some point. We used to travel back to my mom's hometown in Ondo State also. But of course, when you get older, everybody has many other things they're worrying about.
True.
And also this work, we hardly get time during festive
That's
periods.
like prime time for work, actually.
Yeah, I usually try to squeeze one of at least one day within that period to see family. To at least make sure that I touch base. Yeah.
Tell me about your tattoo journey.
Yeah. So
where are you right now with it?
So I did not quickly, Yawo.
Yeah, late.
So I started late, but these ones on this when my dad is here. It's not. I can't off my.
No, it's okay.
I'm shaking ball.
No, it's fine.
My dad here, my mom here, me and my siblings.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, there's a baby picture of us, and then this is the most recent. This is one tattoo. These are Adinkra symbols, and each symbol means something different. So I just like replicated them around to form.
Gotcha.
I like all these like tribal patterns. I'm a very.
So just what does this mean?
So this one, twistings.
Right.
So versatility.
Right.
Versatility. You have to keep on reinventing yourself. Blah blah blah. This one is greatness and charisma.
Right.
This one is one of my favorites. Lifelong learning. As long as I'm alive, I keep on learning. This one is not one of the symbols. It's just like a filler, but it's like a wave. So water, fluidity,
beautiful,
freedom.
Beautiful.
This is originality and authenticity.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah, man.
Amazing stuff. I mean, I don't have any tattoo, but I think it's so beautiful to see.
I love tattoos. I'm definitely getting more. I'm just starting. My brother. You know what? So somebody asked me the other day, why are you just starting now? I said, because before I thought I would go to a fire. And then I sat down and I thought to myself, hold on. So you are telling me that the person that holds down a baby and draws
tribal marks
on the baby in such gruesome fashion, that person makes heaven. But the baby that is the victim of that permanent mark, because the Bible says no permanent mark, we will now go to a fire. I knew there was something shaky about that gist. That and a couple of that gists casted in my mind recently, and my mind just really opened. And
Okay, we'll talk about myths, childhood misconceptions after this. Don't move. Myths and childhood misconceptions. You put on your story, I think I saw it, the Nigerian story versus India. It was reported that India won, Nigeria 99 won.
I really want to know who started this gist.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Where did this gist start from? Why do you think it was a great idea, and why was it so consistent?
Yeah, because generations after generations, it remains the same.
This time, when I put it up in my story, people were reaching out to me from Ghana, saying they had the same story in Ghana. So it's an intercontinental lamba.
And there was no social media. Because you would wonder how that traveled.
That is true. There was no social media at the time. Yeah, there was no social media.
So, how did that travel so fast?
It was crazy. Crazy story. Gen Z would know nothing about that.
So, there is just about Gen Z might be a generation that is hard to hire from. Have you experienced it?
I love them, Sha. Let me know. Let me not lie. I think they're just more So we were very tolerant. We were very...
I think that might be it.
But we were even less tolerant than our parents. Our parents were the ones that were so just accepting of everything. We started to complain a bit, but Gen Z, they are not having it. I love that energy, my bro. So you feel, and why people will say probably hard to employ is because if at the slightest inconvenience, they will say, they're out. They're out, bro. Like, it's not giving.
It's not giving. I'm dead.
Everyone is now very conscious of like mental health and all that stuff. So any slight inconvenience, they're out.
They're out.
They're out.
If you could insure any part of your body or insure anything at all that is yours, what will you insure? Your voice. That's the first thing I said about. I said I'll insure my voice. Big.
Apart from that, I don't know if you can insure your brain.
If it's possible.
My brain too. Yeah, my mind. Yeah, I think your mind is your greatest asset as a human being, just in general. So yeah, that.
What's your favorite part of your body?
Favorite part of my body. Oh, I've never really had to think. Maybe my eyes.
Right.
Probably my eyes. Yeah. Like I said, your eyes are like a gateway to the mind. So the eyes say a lot. The eyes say a lot about someone. So I'll probably say my eyes. Yeah.
It does, and if you act as well, you do a lot of acting with your eyes, even before saying a word from your mouth.
Yeah.
That's quite incredible. All right, so let's say I'm your guest on your show. What will you ask me?
I like this so much.
Did I set myself up? Let's cut this. Okay, let's go.
I want to throw that question back to you. When was the last time you had a thought?
On that note, we call it a wrap. Have I ever had one?
Have you ever?
I should consider it.
I'm sure you have. I'm certain.
By the way, you used to throw some wild house parties.
Bro! This crazy guy, we've actually come a long way.
Yes,
we've actually come a long way.
Your house parties were very lit. You should do. You haven't done one in a while.
So, man, I feel like everyone just kind of got older. Everyone kind of relaxed on the like crazy partying. So much to consider these days. So much, but those parties were crazy.
What kind of party would you want to throw now? If you want to throw a party in 2024, let's say just for the hell of it, let's say December, what will you do?
I would like till tomorrow. I will still 100% opt for a house party. A house party for sure. House parties are better, and I love themed parties.
Right.
And I love to play dress up. You cannot just come to my house, just wear normal tried or just wear dress up. Be Spider-Man or something, bro. Like, I like costume parties.
Yeah. Talking about parties, I would convert that to events. You did your headline show, and it was a talk of town from the perspective of how disciplined you were with time.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite applaudable, because I'm big on timeless. I don't like anyone waste my time. I mean, if you're running late, let me know you're running late and all that stuff. 100%. So knowing that you started your show early, I heard people came and they were like halfway through. The show has almost finished.
Yeah, there were some people that came at the end of the show, actually. But they thought, normal Niger time. We started or maybe it was just a little after the exact time we said we were going to start. But we started bang on time. And by or just before midnight, the concert was done, bro. And the time that I did the very first edition, which I think was 2017,
Right.
nothing like that had really happened before. So it was like, what's going on here? You know, people were really shocked. But I'm happy that it was a full house, so people did come on time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, people did come on time. People did come on time.
People did come on time, and just watching that, it gave me excitement.
Yeah.
So you've been able to successfully win as a rapper, because not too many rappers get to win on that level. But I think it's just a combination of so many things. It all works together for you for good. And there's a new project which is obviously out, Feast, Before the Feast.
Before the Feast.
Tell me about Before the Feast.
Before the Feast is an EP. It's a 6-track EP. One of the tracks on there I've dropped. I dropped like towards the end of last year, I think it was, yeah. So Indicate featuring Flavor and Udumo the Black. So now 5 additional tracks. We're on the path to a brand new realm. So this is like what I will call a palate cleanser.
Oh, I love it.
Palate cleanser before you know when you go and you're about to eat, they'll first bring something for you. Say you just want to cleanse your palate.
That's right.
That's what this is. So it's a lot of like very lively music, very happy music. Obviously, you know, because there's been a bit of a hiatus. Now I'm coming back, so I want to keep you in high spirits for what you're about to receive.
Come on.
Because the feast, when it does come, is very different, you know, and that's why I'm cleansing your palate first, so that you're already ready for it.
Man, thank you so much. Congratulations on all the success. I'm happy for just every step of the way. And you know, I did for you whenever, you know what I'm saying? And just, I can't wait to have your party. Yeah. Make sure that party happens.
For sure.
You need to have that party. Let's come and hang out. Thank you for watching. It's been Off the Top. We'll be hanging out with Falz. I'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.